last recorded, so we recorded 3 weeks ago, and we missed last week because we were in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks ago because we were in Scottsdale. We missed last week just because of extenuating circumstances.
Right.
And then here we are. So, by the way, welcome back. We are back, everybody. We are back. And we are better than ever because, Dave, since we last recorded, we have gone 11-4. We are now 22-17-1 on the season, and we are in 1,065th place. We have gained over 2,000 spots since we last recorded.
Yeah, you know what we just decided to do was save our best picks to not post in public until now.
Right. We took a small break. We had to recalibrate, and that's what we're doing. We should also probably tell the people where we're doing this from. I am in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Good morning to you, sir.
So great. Tell me, y'all are staying at Circa?
No, we're not staying at Circa. Unfortunately, we're staying at the Palazzo right now. I love the Palazzo. The Palazzo loves me.
This podcast here on November 2nd is brought to you by Circa Sports Las Vegas.
Thank you, Circa, for all of your support. Dave, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from North Central Expressway in Dallas.
Good luck in your golf tournament today, sir.
Pretty fired up.
All right.
Fired up.
Let's get to it so hopefully we don't hear you have the wreck. That'd be not fun. Okay.
Could be funny.
What episode is this now? 7?
This is
8?
Week 9, episode 10. No. Week 9, episode 8.
8. We'll get it. We'll put it down here. Also, real quick shout out before we go to the picks. How about those Texas Rangers, baby? World Series champions.
About those Rangers.
God, it makes me happy. I still cry thinking about it. Okay.
So
anyways.
You know what was interesting about it, though, was I had more, emotions, I think, during the Astros series.
Interesting. Well, because they're the hated rivals.
Yeah, and it was just I felt like the Astros were just the second best team.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, and honestly, I think part of it too, just getting to the World Series was such a massive accomplishment that it's. Yeah, I don't know. I bawled my eyes out, and yesterday was the worst hangover of my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you and Andrew Barnes.
Oh, remind me. I'll tell you some funny stories. Andrew and I screamed saying, "We are." Oh, hi, Catherine. There's my wife. Screamed saying, "We are the champions" in a completely empty Pete's Dueling Piano Bar at 1 a.m.
No way.
Yeah, swear to God, it's so much fun. Okay, in the interest of time for you, sir, let's get on to Week 9 of the NFL, baby. All right, Game 1, Dolphins at Chiefs. Well, Dolphins versus Chiefs. Dolphins plus 1.5 in Frankfurt, Germany.
Because of that, I have stayed away from this game. I haven't looked to see if there's been much line movement.
I don't believe there has been. I'm kind of the same way as you, Dave. I kind of stayed away from this game. But then the more I think about it, I think overall the card, I think this is a difficult card. I have four that I like and 2 that I kind of like. This is one that I kind of like. I don't think the Dolphins. I don't know. I don't think the Dolphins should be an underdog to the Chiefs anywhere. I don't know. I'm fine staying away from this game. It's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah,
I wish it wasn't coming on at 6 a.m. Vegas time on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to watch it, but
Wow. Which, yeah, by the way, I'm with you. I think this is the hardest card of the week.
yeah,
Or
it's
of the
tough.
year.
I think there's just so many injuries, and there's so many quarterback injuries. And then with the trade deadline and Dobbs going to Minnesota after the injury and Tyrod Taylor's not even going to play, so they're down. I mean, there's just so many question marks that who's going to be playing quarterback this week that I think it's pretty tough.
Right. And, okay, tell me how you feel about this. Rookie quarterbacks, their first game, right? The first game they play, are they more dangerous, or do you bet against them every time thinking they're just going to screw up? Because I think it's either game one, rookie quarterbacks could kind of have a chance to kind of go off, and then week two they just get sledged.
Well, a perfect example of that would be Will Levis, right? Will Levis coming in last week, won the game as an underdog, played last night against Pittsburgh on a short week, and he was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough situation for him. I don't know. I tend to think that if it's a good quarterback, a good, talented rookie quarterback getting his first start, I think there's some advantage to that because there's no film on him.
Right.
The second there's film on him, though, they're going to be able to exploit all of those weaknesses. So I don't know.
Which also, by the way, unbelievable cover last night by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I was on the other side. I was on the road Will Levis side. It was. I did not see Pittsburgh scoring 20 points. I thought this was going to be a 13-10 game or something like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, up until about a minute left, it was.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Okay, Dave, next game, Vikings at Falcons. Vikings plus 4.5.
I'll tell you this. I weirdly have faith in Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, I do too.
And I don't know if is Josh Dobbs is starting for Minnesota?
No, he's not. It's some random backup. Was what they said, right? If this was Dobbs starting, I like Arizona. But I like Minnesota. I like Minnesota if Dobbs was starting for Minnesota. But since I don't think he is. I don't hate Taylor Heineke either. He's going to throw the ball down the field. Something that Ritter can't.
And he's at least, he's competent, kind of had good games for Washington. I don't know.
The problem is, I think, 4.5 is a bunch of points. But this is a game I did not have circled.
It's 4.5. Okay, the line's now 3.5. So that game is out.
Yeah, I don't like. Okay, perfect. I also don't have the next game circled either. Seattle Seahawks plus 6 at Baltimore Ravens.
I want no part of this one.
I don't either. It's a tough scheduling situation, I think, for Seattle. Baltimore, I could see them winning by 30 or losing by 24. I have no idea.
Right. Seattle's playing well. I don't know. That's not what I want.
Seattle with the miracle kind of backdoor cover last week when they scored a touchdown with 30 seconds left. David, I have this game circled. The next one, Arizona Cardinals plus 7.5 at the Cleveland Browns.
I have this one circled too. Who do you like?
Give me the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I think you have to.
The only reason I didn't have this triple circled is there's still some question if Kyler's going to play. So let me ask you this. If Kyler comes back, he practiced all week, no injuries, no issues at all this week. If you knew that he was going to play, does it change your mind?
No.
It doesn't change my mind either because I think he's going to be super rusty.
Yeah, I think it doesn't change my mind at all. I don't think the Cardinals score 10 points.
They're scrappy, you know. The Cardinals was a big part of a big parlay win last week with another wide open backdoor cover. But I just think the Browns, their defense is too damn good if it's Kyler or not Kyler.
Right.
And I think their offense is gonna be fine. It's gonna be cool up in Cleveland. It's a dome team going on the road. It's an early game, you know, West Coast, East Coast again. So even though that's not that big of a deal this Sunday because it's daylight savings, don't forget to set your clocks back.
Gosh, how much of a beating is that gonna be?
I love it, man. I honestly, I don't hate the early time. I think because it reminds me that Christmas is almost here. And I love Christmas.
Yeah, but golf.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm taking the year off, though.
Still just so depressing to hear that.
Hey, you know what else is great about this? It means as soon as those it gets dark earlier, that just means we're closer to golf league.
Okay. I see how you're spinning that.
All right, are we putting it on the board? The Browns minus 7.5.
Yeah, I think the line's now 8.5.
Perfect.
I think we got to pick it. It might be the most picked game this week, but if we all win, great.
Yeah, that's fine too. Okay, next game, Rams +3 at the Packers. I have this game dotted. I don't have it circled. I got it dotted. I think, to me, it all depends on Stafford, if he's going to play. I circled the Rams here +3.
Yeah, I think they're trying to tell you, right, that Stafford's not playing, right? Because why on earth would the Packers be favored in this game?
Right, and he hasn't practiced this week. He didn't practice yesterday. So Brett Rippon is the backup. He was at Denver for a little bit. I think that's a kid from BYU, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like he's like in his third or fourth year. But I agree. I don't think the Packers should be favored really by 3 or more over anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm going to assume Stafford's not playing, which is why if he does play, great, we get a steal. But I am with you on the Rams here.
And I think this line is also weirdly inflated because of how bad the Rams looked last week against the Cowboys. But that's just what the Cowboys do at home. They railroad people. So I think you got to throw that game out, honestly. I mean, I think if this were a more competitive game last week, if the Cowboys-Rams was more competitive, this game's probably a pick-em, maybe +1. So yeah. I think we're getting some value there with 3. All right, we're going to put it on the board?
Yeah, I think we should.
Put it on the board, baby. Rams +3. Okay. The next game I have no part of. Tampa Bay Buccaneers +2.5 at the Houston Texans.
I'm with you. Pass.
We don't even need to spend a whole lot of time about this. You got Baker coming home to Texas. If anything, I probably lean Tampa Bay.
Me too.
But I don't
CJ
care.
Stroud's starting to kind of get figured out, but
right.
You can't trust either. I'm not trusting Baker on the road.
No, I'm not either. All right, pass on that one. The next game I have circled here, Dave. The Washington Commanders of Washington, D.C. Redskins at the New England Patriots. Washington +3.
I'm on this game as well. And I'm pretty adamant about who I like.
Okay, I hope we're on the same page. I think I know where you're at. Who do you like?
Pats.
Dang it, I knew it because I like Washington.
Shoot.
I like Washington here. Here's the reason. Tell me why you – okay, tell me – look, I don't love Washington. Tell me why you like New England.
I think they're starting to figure it out. I think they've looked good. They've looked really good last week. Let me make sure I'm saying it. Is that last week or the week before?
I think it was the week before.
And then they had a bye last week?
No, nobody had a bye. Oh, nobody had a bye last week. So last week they lost to the that's what it was. They lost by 2 touchdowns to Miami, but they kept it close pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm a week behind.
And then the week before that is when they beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? That's 2 pretty solid weeks. Mac Jones scares the shit out of me. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I didn't. And I think that Washington had a good win last week against Philly. Or no, they lost to Philly, but they
good effort.
Good effort. I mean, they should have. They covered. They should. They were winning or right at the whole time.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a bit of a letdown there for them.
That was also kind of part of my thinking. We can come back to this one.
I don't hate it. New England -3. Okay. The next game, Dave, we have is you're gonna hate I got this game circled here, Dave. Chicago Bears +8.5 in the dome.
Know where you're going.
In New Orleans.
I know exactly where you're going.
Give me the Chicago Bears.
Eight and a half is a lot of points, and the Saints have kind of screwed us.
And their offense just isn't very good, and this quarterback for Chicago is better than Justin Fields.
Yes. So is this guy stopped at the red light in front of me.
Yes, he is. Are you stopped behind Tony Romo? I believe he's a member at the place you're going.
This is a big old lady in front of me.
We'll cut that. We'll edit that part out. Actually, there probably won't be much editing today. I got to go downstairs and gamble.
If you like it, I can get on board.
All right, let's do this.
This was just a pure pass game for me because I really don't like either team.
I just think that 8.5. The Saints last week. I'm on record numerous times saying I think the Saints offense is horrendous.
Yes, you are.
But and they covered last week, but they needed it was dicey. If you go back and look, even with 2 minutes left, they had to get a first down to extend the drive, without kicking the ball back. I mean, and they end up getting the first down. Kudos to them, but they still put themselves in a position last week to where they could have lost that game, a game that they absolutely should have won and did win. But yeah, all right, we won't put it on the board. We'll put it on the side here.
Okay.
You know what else we can do? We can talk to our local New Orleans Saints resident expert, Dr. Locks, and see what he thinks.
Yeah. Something tells me he might be more pessimistic about the Saints than anyone on the planet.
It's probably true, too. All right, next game I do not have circled. Want no part of. Indianapolis -2.5 at the Carolina Panthers.
Next game we got.
Yeah, I don't know anything about either one of these two teams. I mean, I know about them. I just don't feel comfortable. I have no idea. I don't know which team's going to show up.
Yeah, I lean Panthers, but I don't want them.
The next game is the funkiest game. I wish they would. They should put this game in Germany.
This game should be Monday Night Football.
The New York Giants at the Las Vegas Raiders. Giants +2.5.
I love this game.
Do you really?
Just for no other reason.
Hey, hold on, Dave. Hold on.
Okay, actually, this is perfect because
thank you very much.
Too.
Sure, that'd be great. Thank you. That was weird. Security guard just opened the door and said, "Hey, your door's open." Okay. All right. Sorry, Dave. I didn't hear what you said.
Hold on. I need to go on pause for 2 seconds.
Hello?
And we're back. We're back.
My guess was that you were talking to the security guy about why you should be let into that golf course.
I had to run into the gas station and run right back out.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we've all been waiting here for 10 minutes on who you like in this Giants-Raiders extravaganza.
This is absolutely play for the coach week. Antonio Pierce, whatever his name is, give me the Raiders.
It's the only side you could be on. The only side you could be on, because the Giants don't let their quarterback throw the ball.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
They did you see that? Like, they were chanting "Let him throw" at the game last week.
No, they were not.
Yes, let him throw. Let him throw. I mean, I think he threw like one or two passes, and I think the passes that in the second half, I think the passes that he threw were like little check downs or screens. So, and I don't think Tyrod Taylor's playing. I think it is going to be that crazy guy from New Jersey again. But you know what? Just for the bit of it, even though we're not in a position to do bits right now, play for Antonio Pierce. Let's do it, baby. Well,
I love it. It's hilarious. It's the game of the year.
Should I go?
Is it in Vegas?
It's in Vegas.
I bet tickets are $10.
I bet tickets are $10. The problem is that it's up against the next game that I have no desire to pick, but I will absolutely be watching. Cowboys +3 at those hated Philadelphia Eagles.
Cowboys by 50.
Come on, really? Do you have this game circled?
I mean, no, but yes.
I don't. The Cowboys are a different team on the road than they are at home.
That's true.
I think, man, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to it. We always come back to it. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
The next game I do have circled, Mr. Hammercock. This is the Buffalo Bills +1.5 at the Cincinnati Bengals of Cincinnati, Ohio. Give me Cincy.
Done.
Yes. Yes. Joe Burrow is back. He ran for 40 yards last week, 40-plus yards. You know his calf is feeling good. The Bills have something's off with them. Josh Allen's putting up huge numbers, but it's because they're having to come from behind the whole time.
And kind of got hurt last week. Cincinnati -1.5 is locked in. The last game I don't have a pick on at all. Chargers -3.5 at the New York Fighting Zach Wilsons. Yeah, Monday Night Football. Let's skip it.
Skip it. So going back to the last. You got what?
I got like 2 minutes. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. So I think the games that. So here's what we have locked in so far. We've got Cleveland -7.5. We have Las Vegas -2.5. We have Vegas is -2.5, -2.
Even better.
We have the Pats +3. No, -3. Excuse me. Pats -3 and Cincinnati -1.5. The other games that we had on the side. What?
And the Rams, right?
Well, we were going to talk about the Rams. We were going to talk about the Rams, and we were going to talk about Chicago. Those are the only two that we had on the side. And the Cowboys.
Who do you like better between Rams and Chicago?
Rams.
I love it.
Okay, so that's it. All right, just to recap again, Cleveland -7.5, Pats -3, Vegas -2, Cincinnati -1.5, and the Los Angeles Rams +3. Dave, go low today.
Hey, let's go real low. I love it. I'm literally have to get out of the car right now. Let's go sports.
See you next week.
A
Goodbye.
muffin for my muffin.